Hello, my dear students of class 10. I'll be doing an amusing poem today with you all, How to Tell Wild Animals by Carolyn Wells. This poem is an amusing and informative. It's actually an amalgamation of wit, humor, and information. So the poet has beautifully described that how can we, distinguish between various wild animals. She has thrown a light on their physical attributes as well as behavioral patterns. So the opening paragraph is talking about the Asian lion. Let's go ahead and read. If ever you should go by chance to the jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you and as you are dying, you know it is the Asian lion. So she says that, if you happen to travel around the globe towards the eastern part of the globe, and you go to a jungle there, and you happen to meet a large beast, and what kind of beast? Which is tawny, that is it is she's speaking about the brown colored skin of this dull brown skin. This tawny means dull and dull brown skin. Okay, so she says that if you happen to meet this kind of beast which is dull brown in color, and it roars loudly, so much so that it can frighten the visitor to death by its roar, so you can be almost assured that that this beast is an Asian lion. Okay, all right. Then moving ahead, next paragraph gives a description of the Royal Bengal tiger. So what is she speaking about the Royal Bengal tiger? Or if sometime when roaming round, a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. So she's saying that, when you are roaming around that jungle and you happen to meet a noble wild beast, that is a noble beast. And what is the physical attribute? That it has black stripes on a yellow ground. Yellow ground means the skin, the yellow skin. Okay. All right. Just notice if he eats you. So first attribute, the physical attribute was that the skin of this beast is yellow and it has black stripes on it, right? And if he eats you, if you want to make sure of yourself that that particular beast was Bengal tiger, you have to wait. If he eats you up, then obviously it's a Bengal tiger. So it's just a little humor that she's adding here, that obviously you cannot wait for an animal to eat you up to confirm that this is Bengal tiger. Okay, and she's calling it noble. Why is she calling noble? Actually, Bengal tiger, they are associated with royalty, with nobility, so that is why she's taking this word noble for the beast. And noble also, it's an irony here. Why it's an irony? Because a tiger is not noble in a way that he is a very cruel beast. He devours you, and he can, he devours its prey to eat or to hunt. So in no way it's noble that way. He's a very cruel beast. Okay. So next, if strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you know it is the leopard. 'Twill do no good to roar with pain, he'll only leap and leap again. So now she's describing this leopard. She's saying that the physical attribute she's describing in a way that this leopard has a salt and pepper appearance. It is spotted with black spots, so it gives a very salt and pepper kind of appearance. So, and this, if you see a spotted beast like this and it leaps on you, so you can make sure of yourself that that beast is leopard if it's pouncing on you. And it will do no good to roar with pain, he'll only leap and leap again. Then if he is pounced on you and he starts eating you up, or he starts assaulting you, there's no use if you continue to roar, or even if you continue to cry with pain. There's going to be no change in this gentleman's behavior, he'll try to, pounce on you. He'll keep assaulting you. Okay, next. Now she's talking about the bear. All right. If when you're walking around your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he'll give you just one more caress. That is, she is saying that if you're walking around and like in your courtyard or backyard or anywhere, and you meet a creature who hugs you, who gives you a very friendly hug, and it's very tight, so you can be sure it is a bear. That is, you can be assured that it's a bear. And if you are having any doubts further, while that animal is hugging you, and still you are, having that doubt that who is this animal who's hugging me, then he'll give you just one more caress. Caress is a little squat or a slap, to just make sure that you now realize that, and make sure that it's a bear. Now, caress and hugs, these two words are associated with love, but in no way the hugs and the caress, they are friendly or loving. They are fatal. It can hug. The bear are known for their powerful bear hugs, and these hugs are so much so powerful that it can strangulate or choke a person to death. Understood? Similarly, caress, it's not a little, that loving squat or slap. It's a fatal one. It can cause death to person. It's so much fatal. All right. Next. Now she's talking about the two different beasts, that is the hyena and the crocodile. Though to distinguish beasts of prey a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they're crocodiles. Okay, so if you want to distinguish between these two, the hyena and the crocodile, what you are going to see is that the hyena has a very sweet smile, merry smile on its face, while the crocodile, it keeps on profusely shedding out tears. So, actually, what is this non-plus? Sorry. Non-plus is confused, perplexed. Okay, it's confused. And this is not the correct spelling. It is SSED. So this is the correct spelling. But why she has, you taken this poetic liberty just to make it rhyming with this, thus. So that is why she has taken poetic liberty to change the spellings. Now, hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they're crocodiles. Again, it's not true that hyena, they smile and crocodiles shed tears. It's just, a funny description that she's given, that hyenas, they can be distinguished with merry smiles while they're hunting, and crocodiles, they keep shedding their tears while they are hunting. So this is the way in which we can distinguish between the two. Okay. Now, a true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there's nothing on the tree, it is the chameleon you see. So now she's describing the chameleon, and she's saying that, this chameleon is a lizard sort of thing. It resembles a lizard without any ears or any wing on its body. And what is it? How can you say that this animal is a lizard? Because if you're trying to figure out that something is there on the tree, you will not find anything on the tree. This is, again, that this is a paradox here. She's using a paradox here. What is paradox? Paradox is when that statement which contradicts itself. Understood? The statement which contradicts itself, but it is true. Like less is more. Okay, a child is the father of a man, like that. So these are all paradoxes. Okay, so if there is nothing on the tree, this is a paradox. If you feel that there's nothing on the tree, then make sure that there's a chameleon, because this chameleon has an art of camouflaging. It can change its colors into it can change its color to match to that of the surrounding. So that is camouflaging. So if you find that there's nothing on the tree, obviously you can make sure that there is chameleon there. All right. So I hope you found this poem interesting. And if you have any questions or queries, you can comment in the comment box. And please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you and have a great day.